there are guys who reinvented themselves. I don't know that Blake can do that on a level to make him a big deal.
I don't think he has to.
But who he's replacing in this lineup really, or when he's on the floor, that's really Jeff Green. What you're really asking is, what premium does this version of Blake Griffin in a small ball lineup playing the 5 give you over Jeff Green? Marginal event.
But here's where you lose the argument, Max Kellerman. You yourself said when they traded for James Harden, where's your additional big? And your words were just a big body. Just somebody that can guard somebody in the front court, that can rebound occasionally. You said, okay, you got him. Yeah. But you got a guy in him that can also give you 20 or 25 too. Sporadically, not consistently. You're not asking them to do it. And again, if you are the number 1 or the number 2 option, which he has been throughout his basketball career, and suddenly you're not even a third option. Oh, by the way, because they got lethal weapon 3 in Brooklyn, and there's no way you can leave any of them alone. You're literally talking about,
you're not the 4th option. Joe Harris is one of the best shooters in the league.
Because of how lethal KD, Kyrie, and James Harden is, do you have any idea that how the DeAndre Jordans and the Blake Griffins of the world, they might actually get open shots? You might literally have people go like this, go ahead and shoot, because we ain't leaving these dudes alone. Go ahead and shoot. Think about that.
Think about what you're saying. The whole point of my big body thing that the Nets need to make a deal by the deadline was on defense. Blake Griffin's not going to, marginally maybe just because he's big and strong, but he's not a defender. He's not a rim protector.
But remember what I told you. I said, Max, they're like 28th. I said, Max, marginal improvement. Yeah. They can get to 25
They've done that already.
Or 24th on defense, and they're good. And what have they done? And now you pick up Blake Griffin. I told y'all before, Brooklyn Nets are favorites to win it all.
I agree.
They're the favorites to win it all.
You know what, Stephen A. Before Blake.
The Brooklyn Nets, the only thing to me that could derail the Brooklyn Nets at this point in time, you could throw Anthony Davis. It's a possibility, of course, Anthony Davis. But now, it's really about, is KD going to be healthy? Right. Let me tell you something. With or without James Harden, with or without Kyrie, as long as it's not both of them, as long as you got one of them and KD with this crew, they going to the finals.
I'll put it this way.
And if all 3 are healthy, Brooklyn's winning the chip.
I agree with that.
They are winning it all.
I agree with that. The way they got their defense together that quickly was like a miraculous, practically. Like, wait, you went from the worst ever to kind of solid defensively in a couple of weeks without making a move? That's what I'm saying. What does Blake do? Does he make them overwhelmed? Blake moves the needle a very little bit at this point in his career on this team.
Not on this team.
Tell me one thing Blake does well right now.
Excuse me. Well, not right now, nothing. You can't say definitively compared to what we're accustomed to seeing from him, but we have to take into account the fact that you're on a squad that was going absolutely nowhere, and you were never interested in being there to begin with, and you were not motivated. And now that you're with a championship squad, buffered by a bomb squad, and oh, by the way, reuniting with your teammate in a media market, because Brooklyn is still New York, media capital of the world, and you've never won a chip. He's never even been to a conference finals. All of this stuff is right there.
You know what Blake does? However many minutes Jeff Green gives you in that position, Blake now gives you 25 extra minutes, whatever it's going to be, of Jeff Green level play. You're hoping.
I got news for you. Jeff Green level play. I think Jeff Green is vastly underrated.
I agree. It's a nice little addition.
I like Jeff Green a lot.
Me too.
So when you say he's an extension of Jeff Green, I see no problem with it.
I'm not saying there's a problem. I'm saying it's a little improvement. It's a marginal improvement on the team.
It's a big deal.
Because you get minutes from a big body who can play some basketball.
I think it's a big deal. I think that helps you win a series. Instead of going 6 games, you sweep. That's how I'm looking at things.
You might be sweeping anyway.
Oh, might not.
Well, what a drastic turnaround of circumstances for Blake Griffin. You got to be happy for the guy. And we talk about players constantly having to reinvent themselves. Blake Griffin going to have to do the same with the Nets. He has started every regular season game of his career. That's at 642 games. Obviously, as Woj is reporting right now, that will not be the case with the Nets. All right.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.